Hi everybody, my name's Tanya Marie and I'm making this video because after a long talk with Roux-en-Y Steph, I figured it was time that I started documenting my journey. I'm 36 years old and I live in New Zealand, and it's the 12th today. A month ago today I had gastric bypass surgery, and this is kind of about how I got to that place and how it's going to progress. So it all kind of started on the 22nd of November 2008. Oy. In 2008. I went to my doctor and said to him, I think I'm a diabetic, and he laughed at me. Now the reason I thought I was a diabetic was because I started getting really thirsty, and I'm not a naturally thirsty person. Well, wasn't a naturally thirsty person. Like, I didn't need to drink every day, and so I knew something was up, and I was peeing like a trooper. So the reason he laughed is because I'd always been healthy. Like, I'd never had high cholesterol or high blood pressure or anything like that. I mean, I'd always been huge. That was my crime in the universe. But I'd never been unhealthy other than that. So he laughed. Now, normal blood sugar needs to be between 2 and 8. Mine was 26. So not only did I prove him wrong, I proved him incredibly wrong. He couldn't have been more wrong. So haha, last laugh. I cried. I cried a lot. It felt like a death sentence at the time, which is really drama queenie, but you know, it did. It felt like a death sentence. They gave me a booklet, put me straight on metformin, gave me a booklet, sent me away, read the booklet, went straight to the supermarket, bought everything in the booklet, and started living like a diabetic. And I did really well. I got my numbers into a safe range really quickly, and I was losing weight, so it was great. The only side effect that I got, and you know, there are medical professionals out there that will say it's not a side effect, but I've met a lot of people that have the side effect. My hair started growing out. Now the problem with that is that I have a really, really ugly head. Seriously, if you shave my head, it looks like a bottom. It's like I have like a dent in the back of my head. So I think if you shave it, seriously, I'm going to have like a butt on my head. So losing my hair wasn't an option at all. So I went to my doctor and said I need to get off the metformin. I actually took a bag, I think I've still got it somewhere, a bag of all the hair that I'd lost in one morning, that I'd collected, put it in a little bag, gave it to him and said, look, I'm losing my hair. He's like, So he took me off the metformin and I became a diet controlled diabetic. But I also found out that if I was to need to go on medication again, because eventually my body would need to go on medication again, that I couldn't go back on the metformin. I'd need to go on to another drug, and that drug, usually within a year, you end up being on artificial insulin. And once you get on insulin as a type 2 diabetic, that's when complications start happening, and you get issues with your eyes and your kidneys and your feet, you know, because your nerves and that kind of thing. I didn't want to go through that. I mean, I'm 36, and some people think that's really old, but it doesn't feel old. But then I'm really immature, so I don't feel 36. Yeah, so I started researching some other stuff, and I started reading a lot of things about gastric bypass surgery and how people were getting cured, like literally cured of diabetes. Not that they were losing weight and then all of a sudden they were like a diet controlled diabetic, but that they were actually, like, within days of surgery, coming off insulin and walking out of hospital without diabetes anymore. And the research was showing that scientists don't know why this is happening. Why? I think it suppresses a hormone. I don't know why. They don't know why it does it, but it does. They haven't isolated it yet. They just know it happens. And this is the only thing that fixes it. So it got really attractive really quick, the thought of getting gastric bypass, because I just, you know, being fat's one thing, and I've always been, as I said, healthy, and you know, I could touch my toes, coach gymnastics, coach basketball, went to the gym like a gym bunny, you know, all the time. I was never limited by my size. You know, other people react differently though. You know, you get the odd person that, you know, brings out the fat jokes or the insults or whatever. But it didn't really bother me. I didn't feel hampered by who I was. So for me, I mean, I guess that's one of the reasons when people ask me what surgery I got, I say diabetes surgery, because there's so much stigma associated with gastric bypass surgery. And people automatically assume, one, that you're just too lazy to lose weight the natural way, and so you need gastric bypass. Well, you don't need it. You've chosen to do it because you're so lazy, which sucks, because that's not true. I got this because I was a diabetic, and I didn't want to be one anymore. I knew I could lose weight because I'd been doing it. But if I lost weight, I would still be a diabetic. I'd just be a thin diabetic. Gastric bypass was the only answer for me. One day I will tell people exactly what's happened, but I need to be in the right headspace, and at the moment I'm just not. I mean, I've had ups and downs after surgery, emotionally. It's been hard. I don't have a huge family. I don't have a lot of support around me. So I've had times of quite a bit of, you know, sadness and making, you know, not sure if I've done the right thing, but I know I have, you know. Okay, what else do you need to know? Oh, yeah. When at my heaviest, I was 150 kilos plus. I don't know exactly how heavy I was because my scales only went to 150 kilos. When I went to my consult, my first consult with my chosen surgeon, I was 137 kilos. On the day of my surgery, I was 128 kilos. 10 days later, I was still 128 kilos. Hadn't eaten anything, but there was something to do with gas and surgery, and I don't know. This morning when I weighed myself, and today isn't my normal weigh day, Friday will be my weigh day and my video days from now on. This morning I was 117 kilos. So I'm getting there. So yeah, this is my video blog, basically talking about the side effects of my surgery. Because for me, weight loss is a side effect, and even though it'll be good, and you know, I've gone down from a size 26 to a size 18, which American sizes are different to Kiwi sizes, but it's significant, you know, it's a reality. I'm going to have to deal with the fact that I'm getting smaller, and that's okay. I've got my head around that now, you know, even though it was for diabetes, the world will be a happier place when I'm thin. It'll feel happier for me. So there you go. So yeah, this is me. I will try and make more sense in up and coming videos, but if you've got any questions or comments, good comments, bad comments, not so many bad comments, but no, bad are fine. I'll live with whatever you got. Throw whatever you got at me. I'm happy to answer any questions or whatever. So yeah, this is me. Thanks, Steph, for making me take that big leap, and I hope you enjoy the journey ahead, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a doozy. Okay guys, thanks.